Que pasa to the pack? It is Pack here. Look, NBA 2K actually drops their brand new game mode today. It is called Era's Quick Play, and what I'm gonna do is try it out, cover it, and all that kind of stuff. If you like that kind of content when it comes to NBA 2K23, brand new news, rosters, content, and all that kind of stuff, look, please join the pack and subscribe. I talk about it every single day. Let's get in, man. So I'm going to show you. So if you go to play now right here, and then you go to Era's Quick Play, you can pick which era you want to play in. This is a little different from what I thought it was going to be, but still, we can start from the very bottom of the Magic versus Bird era of 1983. And if you click on this, they use the rosters from 1983, and you have every single NBA team from that year with their correct jerseys, with their correct courts, and all those kinds of things. There's a lot of cool teams. Let me just go through them real quick, I guess, of every single team. So you have the 76ers with Julius Erving, Bobby Jones, Moses Malone. Obviously a good team. You have the Bucks with Sidney Moncrief, Marcus Johnson, Bob Lanier's on this team. The Bullets have Jeff Ruland and like Rick Mahorn. That's really it. You have the Chicago Bulls. They have Reggie Theus, and that's really it. You have the Cleveland Cavaliers. You got Will Be Free. So I'm already gonna give a little critique here. Is that sure these are some cool teams, but there's some teams that kind of no one cares about. For example, this Bulls team, right? Like, why would anyone want to use this roster? Why didn't they use like the best teams of the 80s, right? Like every single NBA team's best team of that era, right? That's what they should have done. Personally, my personal opinion. Don't get mad at me. Just thinking, but still, there are some good teams here. Like the Celtics, for example, with Cedric Maxwell. You have Jerome Henderson. You have Dennis Johnson, Larry Bird, Robert Parrish. A stacked team. Obviously, this is a good team. The Clippers are looking pretty interesting with Bill Walton, Terry Cummings, James Donaldson, and Norm Nixon. Ricky Pierce, that's a pretty good team. I might use this team low-key. You have the Atlanta Hawks with Doc Rivers. You have Dominique Wilkins, Tree Rollins. Utah Jazz have Darrell Griffith. You have Ricky Green, Adrian Dantley, Mark Eaton. A pretty stacked team here. The Kings, Larry Drew, Eddie Johnson. Not really much else. You have the Knicks that have Bernard King, Bill Cartwright. The Lakers, I mean, I just can imagine the Lakers are stacked with Kareem, Magic, Jamal Wilkes, James Worthy. The Dallas Mavericks, from my understanding, this was a pretty good team. I actually might use this Dallas Mavericks team of Brad Davies. You have Rolando Blackman and Mark Aguirre. All, I believe they made the conference finals this year, from my understanding. You have the Nets. You have Otis Birdsong, Buck Williams, Darrell Dawkins, a pretty good team here. The Denver Nuggets were also pretty good. They had Dan Eisel, they had Alex English, and Kiki Vandeweghe, like kind of stacked. And an NBA jersey I've never seen the Denver Nuggets use in 2K, so that's also pretty cool. The Pacers have Clark Kellogg, Herb Williams. You have the Pistons with Isaiah Thomas, Kelly Trupika. This is the years before they were winning championships, so it was Isaiah Thomas, Kelly Trupika, and Bill Laimbeer before like the real good teams started to come into play. The Rockets, this is Ralph Sampson before Hakeem had come in here. Ooh, the Spurs one is Johnny Moore, George Gervin, Gene Banks, Artis Gilmore, Fred Roberts. Okay, that's actually, that one's a low-key good team too. I might use the Spurs instead. The Suns were really good for multiple years with Walter Davis, Larry Nance, Maurice Lucas, James Edwards. Supersonics of Gus Williams, Tom Chambers, Jack Sigmund, David Thompson's on this team, bro. Trailblazers of Jim Paxton and Calvin Nat. And then the Warriors, Purvis Short, and Joe Barry Carroll. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Spurs, and I'm going to play against the Clippers. I think the Clippers was a pretty cool team too. Let's do it. So Spurs of George Gervin and Artis Gilmore, Johnny Moore versus Norm Nixon, Terry Cummings, Bill Walton. Let's try it out. Look at the design, bro. Ugh, the Spurs court's kind of gross. I don't like the red, white, and blue, bro. We're not used to that. You have the old Clippers jerseys as well. Norm Nixon. I love the design. I love the TV fading. Like, it's cool. You do gotta admit, like, having the whole brand new, like, theme and design for the eras is pretty sick. I do like that. Like, the crowd actually looks like look at the design, bro. Look. And then you even have the old logos for sponsors. I'll show you in a second. You have the old Mountain Dew logo, the old Chips Ahoy. That's pretty sick. I love it. Look at the scoreboard. Okay, you gotta admit this is pretty cool. Again, I'm not the biggest fan of some of the teams they had here, but like you can't deny that this is pretty sick. Clamps. Norm Nixon's washed. Look how cool this looks, bro. You know, I'm really big fan that 2K did this. I wonder how it's going to look for the older years, like the 90s, for example. Is like the camera going to be this faded or not? I wonder. Because I never really did my NBA stuff. This was like what I prefer to do anyways. Where's George Gervin? Oh, I had the ball. It's actually low-key hard to tell because it's so fuzzy. Oh my gosh. Oh. Step back. Gervin. Oh, green. I'm in all-star difficulty, by the way. I'm not again, I'm not going to try to kill myself in the Hall of Fame. I'm on All-Star, so it's like park level gameplay. Norm Nixon is way faster than me for some reason. I got destroyed by a screen by Bill Walton. Okay, I understand. Look at the old Puma logo. Oh my gosh, this is sick. This is honestly a W by 2K. You gotta give him credit when credit's due. He can't hit threes, can he? Gervin, dunk on him. Oh, Bill Walton get destroyed. Are you kidding me? Where's the replay? There's no replays? Maybe there wasn't replays back then. I actually don't know. I don't know how they did NBA TV in the 80s because I wasn't alive. But clamps? Where's Artis Gilmore? That's a terrible shot. I know Johnny Moore was pretty good at playmaking, so that's what he was known for. Give it to him. Artis Gilmore. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. Where's the replays? Why aren't they doing replays? That's actually really lame. You gotta think this is pretty cool. Come on now. That's awesome. Oh wait, let me look at the coach. I actually don't know who the dude. Look at this guy's mustache. So this was the 80s. I honestly love the 80s one so far. Some pretty interesting teams too. I think obviously for me the Spurs are gonna be the most interesting one for sure, right? Let's check out the 90s. This is early 90s, so this is still giving me like 80s feel, right? But let's see, we have Hershey Hawkins with Manute Bol on the 76ers. Oh, okay, now I want to play with Manute Bol low-key. We have the Milwaukee Bucks with Moses Malone, like older one, okay, with Dale Ellis. We have the Bullets. Now this had Purvis Ellison and Michael Adams. I actually have never heard of those NBA players, I'll just be honest with you. So that's a new team. You have the Bulls, the NBA Championship Bulls with Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Horace Grant. Obvious team to have in this game, right? You have the Cavs with Mark Price, Larry Nance, Brad Daughtry. We already know about this team. Celtics have Larry Bird and Reggie Lewis, another pretty good team. The Clippers have Ron Harper, Danny Manning. Hawks have Maurice Cheeks with Dominique Wilkins. Kevin Willis is a pretty good team. You have the Miami Heat with Glenn Rice and Ron Seekley, okay. Hornets, we already know about the Muggsy Bogues Hornets with Larry Johnson as well. Utah Jazz team, okay, with Karl Malone, John Stockton, Jeff Malone, Mark Eaton. Almost everyone in their like all-time history is right there at the same time. Sacramento Kings, Spud Webb, Sacramento Kings. That sounds like a pretty fun team to use as well, to be honest with you. New York Knicks with Patrick Ewing, Charles Oakley, Xavier McDaniel, Mark Jackson. It kind of shows you why Patrick Ewing never won an NBA championship. These teams are kind of garbo. This Lakers team is actually kind of interesting with Byron Scott, James Worthy, Sam Perkins, and Vlade Divac. The magic of Scott Skiles and Nick Anderson before Penny or Shaq got there. Dallas Mavericks of Rolando Blackman and Derek Harper. From my understanding, this is the worst NBA team ever, right? Like record-wise? I could be wrong. Or like one of them. The Nets have Drazen Petrovic, Derek Coleman. Pretty good team. The Nuggets with Abdul Rauf, Reggie Williams, Mutombo. Indiana Pacers with Michael Williams, Chuck Persons, Rick Smiths. We already know about the Pistons team with Mark McGuire, Joe Dumars, Dennis Rodman, Bill Laimbeer, Isaiah Thomas. Obviously, this team's here. Rockets of Kenny Smith, Vernon Maxwell, Hakeem, Otis Thorpe, obviously here. Spurs, this is David Robinson's kind of prime. So you have David Robinson, Terry Cummings, Sean Elliott. Not a very good team, but you have David Robinson in his prime, right? It's pretty cool. The Suns are low-key stacked. Tom Chambers, Dan Marley, Jeff Hornacek, Kevin Johnson, all in the high 80 overall club. That's pretty cool. Supersonics with young Gary Payton. You have Sean Kemp as well, Michael Cage. Timberwolves don't have anybody at all, goodness gracious. Trailblazers are stacked, but that's the team that went to the NBA Finals with Terry Porter, Clyde Drexler, Jerome Kersey, Buck Williams, Kevin Duckworth, obviously made the NBA Finals. You know, the Warriors of Chris Mullin, Mitch Richmond, Tim Hardaway, stacked team. I think I want to do the 76ers with Manute Bol, but I'd probably play against the Lakers team, because this Lakers team had basically Magic, right? I mean, is Magic coming off the bench? Yeah, Magic's coming off the bench. Let's put him like here. So we'll put like Byron Scott, Magic Johnson, James Worthy, Sam Perkins, and Vlade. All right, let's try it out. Let's see if Manute Bol can destroy Vlade Divac here. Okay, so blurry just like the 80s, but now you have like a little more better like themes and graphics, okay? I love how they do the starting lineups there. Oh, it's so cool, 2K. Like, look, I know we always call them 2K when they do bad stuff. We gotta admit, this is fire, bro. Look at Manute Bol, he's 7'7". I'm about to use him, are you kidding me? James Worthy in his prime. The 76ers court's not bad, actually. The Spectrum Arena, it's actually not that bad. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Come on. I should win this, right? I mean, come on. Yeah, easily. So it's essentially Hersey Hawkins with no one on his team and Manute Bol. And yes, can I lob it to Manute? I wonder if I can. Let's try. Oh, it's easy. He doesn't dunk it? Bro, all that length for what, my guy? All right, Magic, like old Magic. Does he still have it? I mean, he's an 89 overall. Definitely his worst. Manute, block him. Oh, that's why Magic's one of the GOAT, because he knew it pass it out in that moment. Oh, that step back by Byron Scott was kind of disgusting. Okay. But I do want to see how good Manute. Can Manute shoot threes? That's a midi. That's not valid. I kind of want to hit a three with Manute. I knew Manute could hit threes, like at least semi-decently. Oh my God, I got cooked. Oh, they have replays. Little crossover. Okay. Why can't I post up Magic Johnson? I'm 7. Oh my goodness, I didn't want to shoot. Pass. Dot. He cannot shoot threes apparently. Ooh. You're just tall. Hey, ref. Do I make free throws? Oh my goodness, what is that free throw form? That was too quick. What is that? Green. Oh my God, was Manute really not a good free throw shooter? I guess he wasn't. I had no green window on that free throw. What is Samperk is gonna do here? What are you gonna do? No. Vladdy. Get blocked, Vladdy. That's a foul. You're bad, you're bad. Miss, miss, miss. I hate everything. Look at how good Vladdy looks. That's crazy. And the tattoo. It does look pretty cool though. You all gotta admit. You gotta admit this is awesome. I just want to do one more try with Manute. Can shoot. Oh, I'm not gonna make that. I give up. Impossible challenge. I quit. For the final one, I think it's just the Kobe's 2002 era. So let's try that. So these teams, it's going to be Allen Iverson's, you know, Eric Snow. Not a very good team, but he was carrying. You have Milwaukee Bucks. This is a team that went to in conference finals with Ray Allen and Sam Cassell. And you had Michael Redd. You have the Jalen Rose Bulls. Interesting. The Cleveland Cavaliers before they were saved by LeBron James. With basically Ilgauskas, now it's like it. You have the Boston Celtics with Paul Pierce and Antoine Walker. That seems like a fun team. Clippers have Andre Miller, Corey Maggette, Lamar Odom, Elton Brand, Al-Kandi. Okay, low-key, I want to use this team as well. Grizzlies had White Chocolate, Pau Gasol. Okay, fire. I actually low-key might use the Grizzlies now that I think about it. The Atlanta Hawks had Jason Terry. You had Glenn Robinson, Sharif. Pretty good team. Definitely Sharif's like prime. You have the Miami Heat with Eddie Jones, Brian Grant. Hornets have Baron Davis, Jamal Mashburn, P.J. Brown. Everyone's in the 80 overall club here in the Hornets. This is a pretty good team. The Jazz still somehow had John Stockton and Karl Malone, but they were already old. But they had AK-47 on the team. The Kings had Peja, Vladdy, Hito, Mike Bibby, Doug Christie. Stacked roster before they had Chris Webber. The Knicks had like Allen Houston, Latrell Sprewell, and that was like it. Lakers had Kobe, Derek Fisher, Shaq. You know, obvious era. The Magic had Tracy. Oh, this is the Tracy team. Ooh, this team looks pretty fun to use too. The Mavericks, this was Steve Nash, Michael Finley, and Dirk Nowitzki's Mavericks. You have the Nets with Jason Kidd, Kenyon Martin, Richard Jefferson, who are going to NBA Finals. Jawan Howard and Marcus Camby's Nuggets. Didn't really know about this one too much. Indiana Pacers of Ron Artest, Al Harrington, Jermaine O'Neal. Isn't this the Mouse at the Palace team? You have the Pistons, you know, Ben Wallace, Michael Curry, Rip Hamilton, Chauncey Billups, obvious team to have here. The Raptors have Vince Carter, Antonio Davis, obvious team to have here as well. Rockets of Steve Francis, Yao Ming. Okay, the Steve Francis, Yao Ming team probably goes pretty hard with Glenn Rice. Spurs got Tony, Steven Jackson, Bruce Bowen, Tim Duncan, David Robinson, with really old David Robinson, right? You have the Suns with Stephon Marbury, Sean Marion, Amari Stoudemire. Supersonics still had Gary Payton. They had Brent Barry. That's really it, though. I get Rashard Lewis as well. Kevin Garnett carrying the Timberwolves with Wally Szczerbiak. Trailblazers was just Scottie Pippen, old Scottie Pippen and Zach Randolph, essentially. Warriors had Gilbert Arenas. You had Jason Richardson. You had Mike Dunleavy, Antoine Jameson. Then the Wizards with Michael Jordan, Jerry Stackhouse. Okay, never mind. I absolutely am going to use the Michael Jordan Wizards. Are you kidding me? So Michael Jordan Wizards versus, I think, the Memphis Grizzlies. I think that'd be a pretty cool team to play against. I'm absolutely dropping 50 with Michael Jordan. Are you kidding me? These graphics are definitely way more. It's funny because this is the graphics they use in the early 2K games, essentially. Like back in like 2001 and 2000. Like, this is what we're used to, essentially. This is what they used to do. I do think the camera quality is a little too good for the time. It was still basically like 360p at the time, so it should have been worse. But I see what they tried to do. It's like the coloring that's changed more than anything. Like the tint of the screen. Look at that, bro. Man, you had Christian Laettner, Jerry Stackhouse, and Michael Jordan. That was like it. That was not a good team. Shane Battier looking crisp. All right, let's deal with Grandpa Michael Jordan. Let's see if he can do it. It's time for clamps. They have white chocolate. Like a white chocolate Pau Gasol team. That's actually pretty hype. Let's see what Brendan Hayward can do against freaking Pau. Destroyed. Yep, absolutely destroyed. All right, Michael, what can you? You could not shoot threes. All you had was basically the fadeaway at this point. You were kind of fat. What is he gonna do? I'm fading. I'm being double teamed. Okay, this is actually harder than I thought it was gonna be. Jordan, open three? That's green, absolutely green. What? This is Michael Jordan downing like 15 cigars a day and like gambling all day. Larry Hughes cannot guard Pau Gasol. I'm gonna get destroyed here. Yeah. All right, Mike, show me something, bro. Come on. You should have stayed retired if it was this bad. Oh, you don't miss middies. That's easy. That's slight work. I'm gonna try my best to get some good highlights of Michael Jordan here at the end, but I'm so happy this is added. That's all I've ever wanted was to use Michael Jordan on the Wizards in 2K, but like actually by 2K standards. Ooh, Michael. Hey, oh my God, Michael Jordan. Kind of a poster on Pau, low-key. Why'd you jump, young blood? That gives me the memory of Kobe Bryant dunking on the Nets. Kind of the same energy there, to be honest. This video's worth it. I love this. I'm so happy they did this. I've begged 2K to have added so many of these teams to play now with friends. And now that they've done it, my life's complete. I can die now. And using Michael Jordan, like a humbled Michael Jordan, is kind of like sad, actually. Oh, the fade. Jordan! Oh, Jordan with a little fadeaway. This version of Jordan actually plays like an older version of him. I actually really like this. This is so. Oh, get it, Jordan! Ooh, that behind the back is so deadly. What? Good fake. We passed the open teammates. Their stack house was pretty decent. Yeah, no wonder they didn't win a lot of games. Okay, well, that is the video. What do you guys think about it? I think this is hype. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you like this channel, please give it a sub. I'll see you guys next time.